he told me that he once almost died making his own vape juice.
That's a
Are
dude.
you not rock solid hearing that? Just like,
hot.
What was the memechanism of injury for the vape juice? Like he was worried it was going to explode.
Pulmonary ICU.
Wow.
Because I don't
thought
know
he was
what
like putting it in his dick.
I am the vape.
That's a very important part of the process. You
It's like what Dan was
ferment
telling us with
the
guy
juice in the
who
penis.
puts it in the penis.
Yeah, we heard a story last night of a guy who was in the emergency room because he would like inject wine into his penis and then like pretend to pee it out in
No, he would
people's
pee it
cups.
out or something.
No, he would pee it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then people,
I mean, he'd
apparently
pretend to
from
pee it
all
out.
around would come.
Yeah.
And then he went to the emergency room because he was like, it hurts a little bit when I pee.
No, and the doctor was like,
And he didn't disclose it.
yeah,
That's
the
one
doctor was
way
like,
to aerate it.
Yeah. Have you done anything new? And he was like,
Oh my god.
What?
anything new? Oh, well,
Sometimes I forget what people do when they aren't going to open mics.
Yeah.
Like
So
people have
true.
so much free time. They're so bored.
I do remember seeing a video of a guy who vaped cum. I have seen that.
Was it me?
yeah, video.
I knew I recognized
Yeah,
him somewhere.
video. Yeah, where did you see this video?
I don't. It was some podcast like reviewing like crazy things that they found online, and I was like, "Oh, damn! People have hobbies. Yeah,
People
Yeah,
really
right.
do.
they really do. They be having crazy
have
hobbies."
kids.
He's like, I've
They
just been
do
eating
crazy
so much
stuff.
cum, I need to stop. So I'm gonna start vaping cum to cut down.
Like on My Strange Addictions when that woman like eats her husband's ashes.
Oh my god! And she's like parsing it out
E-cum.
because she
I
knows it's leaving.
She like can't stop eating it. She's like, there's only a little bit left.
Wait, you know the one where she's eating her husband's ashes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I
No, that's
the
what
one
she
I just
said.
said.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the woman who ate her own couch. For some reason, I heard couch. My brain is.
I like
messed
the
up.
guy who fucks his car.
I like him too.
Oh, he's.
Chase.
Yeah, Chase who fucked his
Why don't-
car.
No, the car's named Chase.
That's funny.
I don't know why I know that. Why is
What's the
it funny?
sexiest
Chase like
name
a
for a
car
car?
I thought it was like Chase Bank.
That never mind.
You can say it. Are we recording?
Yeah, we cold opened.
Oh, okay. Because Nick was gonna make a really
Sarah's Jewish.
yeah.
You're gonna tell everyone that?
The
She's out.
anti-Semitism that Nick brings on our weekly pod it's illegal.
Yeah.
Just the anti-Semitism of saying this person is Jewish. Insulting.
Yeah, there was a while where we were referring to our podcast as like an advice podcast. Then we had to keep editing out references to the Holocaust. So we were like, maybe
It's more of a talking about your problem podcast.
yeah,
Why?
we're
But
just
that's
kind
the
of
best
complaining.
advice you could give someone.
Yeah.
Hitler was having a hard time.
Imagine someone writing him going, "Hey, I'm in the Holocaust.
Hey,
like,
so
buddy.
sorry to hear that.
How
get
do I
it.
manage my emotions?"
Hitler was solving a problem, the Jewish problem.
And that's the kind of stuff
Well-
that we talk about on. I could say.
What's
have
the
ghosts.
what's the format of your? How should we blend our formats?
Okay, here's what I think. First of all, welcome to
To
Two Nosy Meerkats. Today, we
We are-
have on an entirely other podcast.
We are crossing streams, as they say, with Nick.
I have nothing to add. We're crossing streams with Nick
Viegas and Sarah Adelman.
Why don't you guys then introduce
Yes.
your podcast?
How's it going?
Yo, how's it going?
What up? What up?
We're Nick
Oh,
and
you guys are cool about it.
Yeah, we do this every time.
Yeah, we do this.
Oh,
It's kind of our
We're-
thing.
Peace and love, and the Vietnam War.
It's not that nice. It's more of a like in your
What the
face,
fuck?
right?
Shush.
Wow.
That's
Sorry.
awesome.
who called you?
Is that how you take your phone calls on like that?
Hello.
Like, hi, we have your STD test results.
It echoes old, herpes.
It's Siri like, "Hello, Lucas. Your STD results are back."
So what do you
you
have?
passed.
A new one.
Oh,
You invented a new STD?
I did.
That's awesome, man.
It took a lot of work and a lot of collaboration, but we pulled it off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
do
We
you
did.
deal with STDs at work, or did you?
Past tense. I mean, we can see it. You weren't eligible for our human subject trial if you had an active STD.
Feels discriminatory
I know.
Against you or against me? Against whom?
against all of us. In
Well, an
the
STD
community.
can affect fertility. So if we're looking for the
Mhm.
reasons fertility is declining, we want to try and control for all the reasons we already know can affect fertility.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Okay. This is something I've wanted to know. What's the deal with the height minimum?
What's the deal?
There's
with the
no-
height minimum?
Okay. If you wanted to sell your semen to someone who wanted it, just like for a gestational surrogate, you could do whatever you want. But if you want to sell your sperm for like $1,000 to a reputable sperm clinic, most couples going in there, or individuals or whatever, will want people like sperm from a guy over 6 feet tall with like a minimum of bachelor's degree, with maybe some sort of athletic or musical skill. Like those are just boxes that people check.
I want to say I tried once. I tried to donate and they rejected me because I had recently done street drugs.
What drugs?
Ketamine.
What was this? I couldn't imagine you being okay with having biological children running around.
It was like 3 years ago at this
Would
point.
you be
I
okay
think.
with that now?
Yeah, I mean, I was okay with it then. I'm okay with it now. Yeah,
I'm
no, okay,
shocked by that.
if I don't know them, why not? Who cares?
I'm shocked by that.
How would you feel if you ran into one of your biological children at like the airport in 20 years' time?
So okay,
And he was just like you.
I know. So okay, so I have a friend.
I hate Jews.
I was
Like,
like,
son?
my boy. No, but I was like, I don't hate Jews. I want that on the record. But fucking.
He said in a room with 3.
Yeah.
What?
I've
Yeah.
described it. I've described, you know how people say like the more liberal you get, like fascism and communism are like can be on a
The horseshoe.
circle.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
That's what Nick is like with Jews. He loves them so much he becomes anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
Yeah,
you
all my
date
friends
enough
are
of
Jews.
Us,
Yeah.
you see what we're really like.
Yeah.
And that'll ruin us for you forever.
Yeah. Please continue.
I'm from Westchester. So
Okay.
Mhm.
I know
They
about
have them
Jews.
there.
What'd you say?
They have Jews there.
He
they
knows
sure
the
do.
addresses.
Yeah.
He knows where they are.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I have a friend who is trans, and I was talking to her about. Thank you. And Thank
Holy
you.
shit. What
I
the
know.
are you serious?
kind of the opposite of
Oh
Jews.
my god.
Call them. Get them on the pod.
There's
Wait,
no
please
trans
give an Oscar speech right now.
How
Yeah.
are trans people the opposite of Jewish people?
I have a friend who's one. I don't know.
okay.
But listen, so
One.
she's infertile now, but she has a partner and they don't have kids. And she was like, maybe you're kind of our one friend who's like straight. What would you think about like
Oh.
having sperm, whatever, or doing this thing at some point in the future? And I was like, well, would you like let them know, let the kid know? And she was like, we'd probably not want to do that. It'd be so funny if a kid who was like 6'8" and stuttered met me. You know what I mean? They were like, are you not? I don't know. It would just be so weird. It was so clearly that would be my
That's
child.
funny.
If
Yeah.
it's like a foot taller than anybody else.
Also, I feel like the
involved.
gene, like you and your brother look so much alike. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you probably have strong genes that, like, your kid. I feel like you would look like your kid.
Yeah, I think so too.
You have a brother?
I have a brother.
Cool.
One
How-
older brother.
How tall is your brother?
6'8". 1 inch on me.
Wow.
But you should see his penis.
Have you seen his
It's
penis?
6'8".
No.
It's the size of him, and he has to carry it around like.
It's
with
the
his
size
arm
of,
around it.
of Nick. It's
Yeah.
it's a 6'6".
Yeah, and they're like, Nick, do you have one of those? I'm like, I don't know. It's just, sometimes these
It's
things hit,
complicated.
sometimes they don't. Yeah.
built like an equilateral triangle.
Yeah.
Triangular dick.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys introduce your show concept?
Indeed.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so
I don't care. It's just for the fans. I don't give a shit.
they can say
That's so
Aruna.
cool. You guys have fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got fans.
Yeah, talk to your fan.
We don't do this on our own podcast. We forget to intro.
We did get
everything.
our first hate comment.
What
Yeah.
happened?
He said, like, this is so bad. How can I unsubscribe from this podcast?
By clicking unsubscribe.
Right, so I just
I know.
pasted the Quora digest on how to unsubscribe.
Also-
and
Also,
he
like,
did not like it.
also, like,
Nice.
was he subscribed?
No.
There's no way.
Okay,
right?
intro the pod. Intro the pod.
Hey, yeah, intro the concept,
So-
how it goes.
It's like it's kind of an anti-advice podcast. People come on and we just sort of complain about minor issues in your life, and
Imagine you're hanging out with 3 funny, annoying people, and we're just in your ears.
So you're
And you're
3
smiling.
people.
Yes.
No. We always
us
have a
and
guest.
Oh, okay.
We did
No,
one
no, no,
solo
no.
act
Eliyahu.
Oh yeah, we hold the door for Elijah.
for Elijah.
in
Of
here.
course,
Yes.
always.
Yeah. Oh, I have problems.
You have problems as well?
I have problems. They're all pretty. Oh my god! You know what Nick told me? He was like, he was like, "What should I prepare for tomorrow?" I was like, "Nothing." This was last night at the cupboard,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "What should I prepare?" And he was like, "Prepare a minor problem in your life, but nothing serious. Don't be like my mom died." That's what he said.
I agree with that.
Bitch
Yeah,
ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna back Nick up on that.
no, because one time we had someone like Rowie Rosen came
Yeah.
in and he was like, yeah, like just got off Adderall.
He also
like,
didn't want to accept help.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard too.
sounds like Romy.
Wait, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
We're like, come on with the problem. He's like, this is my problem, but I don't want to talk about it or hear anything you have to say.
And we were like, oh, it sounds like you could do this and this, and he started crying. It was crazy. A lot of crying on our podcast.
I
A
cry
man
like
crying
I
is
cry
not
like
you.
every episode, but like from laughter. I always cry. I've realized in watching our episodes back, I always cry at the same moment. Do you know what makes me cry? The
What?
trigger.
Whoa.
It's when you have cornered me into me realizing that I don't know what something is.
Yeah. Like on the Rowie episode, we found out that Sarah thought that Kobe,
Oh yeah,
LeBron, and
Shaq.
Shaq were that was one person with like different nicknames.
I did think that. See, another cry.
I know. And
Oh, that's the DVD thing.
Who did you
Don't
think
lose your
died?
fucking mind.
Who did you
No.
think died in the crash?
I didn't know anyone had
there's-
died.
There's no way she knew that happened. I'm not-
Nope. Not at all. I didn't have a
Sarah
TV
knows-
growing up.
she
so-
says that- she says this
that one
lie.
person just had that many iconic nicknames?
but also like
Didn't know they were nicknames.
It's 3 names.
Well, you thought that there was like Shaq, Kobe,
I don't know, like
Shaq,
someone
Kobe,
Like
Lucas.
Kobe.
in
I
high
can't
school,
talk.
in high
Lucas,
school,
she
people
didn't think. There was no
African
thinking.
name, Kobe Shaq LeBron.
That's a spell. Kobe, Shaq, LeBron.
no. But I'm just there was no thinking about
You
any
know,
of this.
in
You know what I
high
mean?
school, sometimes people called me Saddleman. Like that's also Sarah. That's 2 names.
Sad Adelman.
Oh yeah, like how Kobe is short for
For
Shaq.
Shaq.
This was my point.
How
I didn't think it was
LeBron is
short
long
for-
Kobe.
Yeah.
But also there was this awful moment where Sarah was like, you
It
know,
wasn't an awful
before
moment.
before streaming, like would they have like track names on albums? I was like,
yeah. Oh, with like that .mp3, like that file name, you mean, or?
no, she had just never listened to a CD. She
I
was
never
like, she didn't know
bought
there
one.
were
Because she's so
tracks on a CD.
young.
Wait, how is
She's
she?
26.
Sarah, you remember CDs?
Yeah.
I had
no, and she's
I
like-
never bought a CD.
She was like, I don't have a TV. It's like this has nothing to do with the TV.
How do you interface with the world?
I don't.
This is great. This
don't.
is so great.
I
I'm
didn't
so
know-
glad that people are with me on this.
Are you enjoying this?
Yes, this is
Did you feel
just my
validated?
joy.
Do you feel
Yeah.
seen? This
I
is
really
like
do.
I feel like Lucas barely
That-
accessed
I have a lot. I'm very
television.
similar. I have a lot of similar things that are
Thank
just
you.
like totally went
Is
over
there
my
anything
head.
you want to talk about?
What does anything stick out for you
That he
is
never
like?
watched Glee.
Me neither.
Oh,
Boom.
did you watch Glee?
No.
What is it? A bunch of kids? They're
This one.
fucking sad or they're singing?
Oh, so I'm the only one who
You're-
watched Glee.
Bullying
aren't you
someone
the-
for not
Aren't you the
watching
gay
Glee?
one in the room?
Gay.
Oh my god, am I
Yeah.
the gay one in the room? I
You-
am.
She's the gay one. This is the second time that you're the only gay person in an episode.
Wow. Well, for
This
now.
is only the second.
Yeah,
Well, we've had 2 consecutive.
There's a lot of gay people
It's
who
a-
come on.
Hey,
the
you
There's
know
a lot
what?
of gays
I'm okay
out
with
there.
it.
Really?
Yeah, you're.
I'm
alright
okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm
Have
okay
we
with
You
had
think
gay
it's
people
fine?
on the podcast? Yeah, we've had multiple gay people. We had Miranda, we had Liz. Yeah.
Are you guys okay with? Are you okay with it, Nick?
With what?
With gay people?
What is that again?
Yeah.
What if
It's
they're
your hair.
Jewish?
Right. Yeah, clearly. If you ask the guy at the cupboard, whoever that guy's name is.
Oh,
The concession? Yeah,
Yeah.
Chipper.
Oh, yeah.
I've known him for way too long to ask him.
Wait,
his
who
name.
is this? Sorry.
There's a bartender at the cupboard, the tiny
Mhm.
cupboard, who wears like a leather cowboy hat every day
Mm.
and is gay,
Yeah.
believe it or not. And I was just like, every time I see him is kind of like, oh, so you're gay, like kind of a lot of those kind of comments. Oh, so you're gay now because
What's
of
up,
your hair.
gay? How's your butt doing? That's
Yeah.
what Nick said.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you don't know?
Oof.
I did
I-
not watch like SpongeBob or any of those.
Oh no, I watched all of that. Yeah,
Okay.
I did have access to cable. I had
Oh, that's
Cartoon
nice.
Network, Nickelodeon, but like Disney Channel didn't touch.
Mhm.
A lot of music. I missed out on a lot.
Me too.
lot of
I
music.
heard a song in a store the other day, and my boyfriend couldn't believe I knew the words because like I don't know any music.
What was the song?
And so I was like, yeah, this is like a really bad cover of this song I like. And he's like, what's the song you like? And I was like, Beast of Burden. And he was like, this is a Rolling Stones song, and you've been listening to the cover for years.
Oh.
And I had no idea. I had no
Whoa.
idea.
That happened to me with Mad World.
What's that?
Is that
You
a
know
magazine?
that song that's like doo 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 doo. All around me are familiar faces.
Yes, yes.
I was listening to some fun lesbian cover it, but it was like
Mm.
a random guy who did that song the whole time.
Oh, that's
You
nice.
said a
Yeah.
lesbian cover.
You said a fun lesbian cover.
Yeah,
All
she's,
around me are
oxymoron.
familiar women. What's that?
she seemed fun. You haven't watched a lot of stuff. You never watched Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yes, I never watched that.
Me neither.
Do you know what
Well,
that
because
is?
that was a Disney
Yeah,
Channel.
they live in a hotel like Eloise.
Yes, they.
Eloise, I saw.
Me
Weirdly.
too. I
yeah.
said, well, I read the book.
Oh yeah,
I hooked up with her.
I never got into the lore.
You hooked
It's
up
so
with
funny.
Eloise, the 6-year-old?
Wait,
She grew up. She grew up. Now she's my age.
I actually did a human centipede with Eloise.
Was it in the hotel or where was it?
It was in the Zach and Cody
Oh,
hotel.
right.
That's where I did it.
Were they
With Zach and Cody.
Okay, yeah.
Zach,
Human centipede
Eloise,
at the
Cody.
tip.
me.
You can't do a human centipede with two
Oh, that's
people.
sad you're on the
so-
end.
No, it's Zach and Cody.
Okay, yeah.
You don't even
four
get to
people.
be in the middle. You have to be on the end.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
I'm shitting. Yeah, I'm supplying.
Awesome.
Well, the thing is, you're so tall, you could probably be a human centipede unto yourself, just through having a long body.
That's what my therapist says to me.
Like that guy with no eyes.
Which guy was the
He has
What?
no ribs, so he sucks his penis.
Marilyn Manson.
Eyes or
Yes.
ribs?
Wait, Sarah, no, you gotta go back.
Every time Sarah
A
says
man
something like that,
without
I'm like,
eyes or ribs.
I understand why you come for her
I
now.
know.
She's like,
He's a
and
crab.
it's the guy with no eyes. Anyway, he has no ribs too.
But you knew who I meant.
you said no eyes. I didn't know who
You said
that
no.
was.
Doesn't he have no eyes?
Who are you talking about?
You're just
Guy
talking
from
about
Columbine.
LeBron James.
The school shooting.
No, she's talking about Marilyn
Oh, the
Manson.
Columbine shooters loved him.
Oh,
did.
wait, Marilyn Manson, the
There's
guy
a
who...
rumor that he
Yes,
got
with
one of
He
his
no
had eyes.
ribs.
eyes.
Okay, he's had like contacts over his eyes to make them look
Thank
weird.
you, Lucas.
Okay, but those are contacts.
But he has eyes.
He has eyes. He can
He's
see.
not like
Sarah,
Edward
she's like an immigrant father. That's her like cultural reference. She's like the man with no eyes. What is his name?
This Shaq Kobe LeBron.
Yeah.
Nice man.
He is the Kobe LeBron man. What is his name?
No ribs. He suck pee pee.
Yes, he do the human centipede to
Anyway,
himself.
can you do that?
Can I do what?
Doesn't he suck his penis?
Are you asking Nick if he's self-filleted?
But like,
You know he's
why
not
would
Marilyn
I
Manson.
do that because of that? No, I mean no. I
But
don't
he
do that.
has shown that you can.
Fucking congratulations!
I think
but
a lot of people can. And they didn't even
Does
need
doing
to
that
remove
feel
a
like
rib.
getting your dick sucked, or does it feel like you're sucking someone's dick?
well, that's the question, isn't it?
I,
thoughts?
I will say I once tried, could not reach.
Yeah, I
I'm
did too.
not
Everyone's
flexible enough.
Everyone's
Yeah.
tried.
I never
Yeah,
tried.
everyone's- oh, yeah,
I've tried
sure.
going down on myself.
You have? How'd you do?
Bad. It's but with the penis, there's an appendage. There's a thing that reaches out where you can meet in the middle. It felt like my vagina
Right.
was getting farther
Yeah.
away from me every time I tried.
It's like a bad dream. It just gets farther and farther
Yeah.
away the closer you
I
get.
had a
Did
dream
you-
my vagina was running away.
Did you try to like flex out your vagina?
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing. Yeah, I just unfurled it.
Like
a
the
color
alien
guard.
mouth that comes out. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of pushed it a little further out of its shell. And I was like, don't be shy.
I think sucking your own penis would feel more like sucking someone's penis and getting your dick sucked because your mouth is closer to your brain and that's where your thoughts are.
Mm.
Well, what if you sat on your penis so it was numb? Then I guess it would feel more like you were sucking someone's penis. What if you sat on your mouth?
What
What
if
if
you
you
got? What
numbed
if you
your
went to
mouth?
the? What if you just had a filling done? Your mouth is very
Yeah,
numb.
that's a really good
Right.
call.
Then you suck your dick.
You're just like, hey doc, listen, I need you to check my teeth right now.
But your teeth are in perfect health. No, you gotta listen. I numb me the fuck up.
Yeah.
What if you're
Do have Viagra also. That's a good one.
That's
Yeah,
a good
That's
one.
illegal.
Not if
Not in
you
my
asked.
dentist office.
Not if my dentist asked.
When I was a
Dr.
kid-
Weisbard, no.
so
That's my actual dentist name.
Is it?
That is.
Guy,
He's a
shout
great
out.
dentist.
Would he sponsor the pod?
Yeah,
Not anymore.
I would never ask him to. I would
anymore,
never
we've
ask
heard
that
that.
poor man. No.
I
Were
haven't
you
been to
gonna-
the dentist in 6 years.
Wow.
it shows.
Nick recently has become. I tease Nick a lot for his teeth because
And like she's the one making fun of my teeth, right?
my
see
teeth
these
are
things?
better.
I've always remark on your great teeth to anyone who
You do
will
have good
listen.
teeth.
Oh God, you guys
Anyone
talk
else?
about my teeth?
Yeah,
Anyone else?
only
Yeah.
your
Is there
teeth.
anyone else in the room, or do we think?
No. We huddle around a fire and then we're like, God damn, Sarah's teeth look so good.
They're really big and they kind of jut out because I haven't picked up my retainer. When was it ready? 2009.
Oh.
Have
When
not
I-
picked
when
it
I-
up
Never picked
yet.
it up?
I don't think it fit in there anymore.
When I went to a psych ward, I expected there to be padded walls, but
And a retainer.
yeah.
Which
but
one?
You know what?
Which one did you go to?
I went
Kings County.
I went to the Mount Sinai one actually, but
That's where I was born,
there was
Personality.
That's
In the
where,
pa-
that's where I was
In
born.
the cycle?
in the psych ward,
But they didn't have padded walls. They just had Sarah's teeth on the wall.
Oh my god.
because they're so soft.
I didn't have anywhere to go with that.
Oh,
riff.
okay.
But I saw them and I was like, I'm geared. And then I left.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have big teeth like a horse. I'm told a lot I have the mouth of Miley Cyrus.
Ooh.
Wait, can you do a Miley?
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, what's
Hey,
up?
y'all. That's pretty
Hey
good.
y'all, what's up? Yeah.
Did you watch Hannah
My
Montana?
godmother Dolly Parton.
My godmother Dolly Parton.
Did you ever see that episode where so Miley Cyrus has like the
You're
two
talking to the wrong
grandmothers?
girl, but keep going.
I was shocked you knew that thing about Dolly Parton. That was
What?
good. That was good. You knew that
She's
thing
her
about Dolly
real
Parton.
life goddaughter.
They
I
have,
know that.
They feature her prominently on Hannah Montana. They
Oh.
have two grandmothers in Hannah Montana and they don't get along because one of them's Dolly Parton and one of them's like, it's just so funny, you guys. There's an episode where the like tomboy grandma's like advising Miley on what manicure.
I thought
to get.
Miley didn't have a mom.
It's a grandma.
Anyway, why are you talking about Miley Cyrus? The show's Hannah Montana.
That's the kind of question I
Wait,
would
they're the
ask.
same person?
No. Miley Cyrus?
So it was when she wasn't wearing a
Miley
wig, so
Cyrus
she
and
looked so
blonde
different.
girl.
It was Miley, so she didn't look like Hannah Montana at all.
Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana are the same person? We kind of just did the same joke.
You ever-
Anyway, you were saying?
You ever see the reveal where she takes off the wig and everyone goes, "Oh!"
That happens in one of the things. I would love to.
That you guys gotta watch Hannah Montana. It's a great.
I've never seen a single episode of Hannah Montana.
What I'm
neither.
about to tell you is not worth all this hullabaloo.
I love how
But-
you became like such an ant. Like you're just like, I need to. It was like the enthusiasm was gorgeous.
I mean, I'm so excited by this. So there's like a tomboy grandma, and Miley is like, "What should I do to my nails? Should I do sparkly or should I do solid color?" And the tomboy grandma's like, "Don't do sparkly, you'll look like a tramp." And then Dolly Parton comes in and she's like, "Hello, just got my nails did, and they're sparkly." And then everyone laughs like, "Oh my god, she was calling her a tramp." Oh, culture.
Imagine getting cast on a show and realizing you have to be a foe to Dolly Parton. I wouldn't take the role.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. You have to
I
call Dolly
couldn't
Parton a tramp? I'd
Yeah.
be humiliated.
I couldn't do that like with my full pussy. I couldn't do that.
That was in the scene, right? She was like, had to show her full pussy. And like, you're going to look like a tramp, she said with her full pussy out.
There was
Yeah.
a full pussy reveal
Yeah.
Yeah.
for both of them. Yeah, that's how you know the difference between Miley and Hannah is
The pussy.
their pussy. She takes her pussy out, everyone's like, "That's Hannah Montana."
Miley, you have Hannah Montana's pussy.
I know that pussy anywhere.
You have like a sommelier who's like, no, that's that's Hannah Montana.
Yeah. If I know one thing, that pussy belongs to that 16-year-old girl. Anyway,
Oh,
right? How old
You
is
like
she?
that?
She's like 12 now.
Newly single, dating, figuring that out.
How are you feeling?
yeah.
Good. I feel good. It's fun when
Yeah.
you're dating. Occasionally, it's really awful and soul sucking. But
Have you
yeah.
had
oftentimes
have you had any awful dates?
yeah. We talked about it on the. Yeah, I did.
Well, give us a little synopsis.
Imagine you're a total idiot and you're going on a date.
I'm
sweating.
there.
I'm sweating so much. No, she's nice. It was cool.
Was it
We've
like
been calling it Oppenbungle
I was an op and bungle.
or
Like, I just-
Fumblegate.
Oppenbungle?
He just bungled it.
I like
Oh.
as you know the scene where like the bomb explodes in
Yes.
Oppenheimer. That's how big of a bungle.
spoiler?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
I
God that
bungled
didn't
the
happen
date.
in real life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you fucked up.
Yes. You know what's actually okay? Here's a date I went on. I had a crush on a girl for a long time in college.
Mhm.
And we kind of got together a little bit. We kind of like made out once or twice, but it was nothing like super crazy, right? So I'm newly single. I go out with her, and it was very
In
like
college?
banal. No, so now I go out with her
Oh.
again.
Mhm.
It was very like banal. Like I had like thought of, you know, kind of had a crush on this girl for a long time. We met up. It was kind of like, oh, this is it. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
kinda
Happens all the time.
we just like
You
talking
build
about
someone up in your
movies.
head.
And it was like,
Yeah.
you know?
I had that sort of that dynamic recently with someone who I matched with on Hinge, and we had like this amazing time, like just messaging each other on the app, where I thought it was really funny. I had a lot of things like common interest, and then in person, just the most cynical, negative, just impossible to be next to.
I would fall in love with her in a second. Lucas was like, you don't understand, Gabby. She was mean, cruel, and thought the world was a bad place. I'm like, where is she? I want to fuck her right now.
Are you a girlfriend kind of guy? Like, do you like being in relationships? What's your vibe?
Yes.
He just got a girlfriend.
Yeah, I did.
Lucas, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
He's just finding them left and right.
How long
Yeah.
had you guys been seeing each other before it was official?
Oh, we only made it official on Sunday,
Oh my God, Mazel Tov.
and maybe a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you guys
Sorry,
meet online?
gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry, fellas. This blowjob factory is down.
That's kind of a lot of the reason I'm on the podcast. I was looking to
Looking to date Lucas.
Lucas.
yeah. I saw what you did with your hair. I see the signs. I was picking up what you're putting down.
Thank you.
Nick has a beautiful bleached blonde hair.
It's
for
very
those
it's very
listening.
wonderful.
Yeah, I saw you know the twins,
Zach and Cody.
not Zach and Cody, the content twins. You know what I'm talking about?
Da Vinci?
Da
Oh, yeah,
Vinci.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's not how I look, right?
Was that your goal?
No,
Did you have someone in mind that you wanted to look like? Bless you.
I did.
Who?
Lil Peep.
Oh, he's not built for this world.
No, he's dead and gay.
Yeah.
And that's who.
Talking about you.
What?
He's dead?
Lil Peep is dead, yeah. He died like 6 years ago, something like that.
He was a really good basketball player. He died in a helicopter crash.
I was going to say, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But that's so sad.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute, Lil Peep is Hannah Montana?
All that.
With
all
that
back.
pussy?
Yeah. Lil Peep's not Hannah Montana. That's me looking at Lil Peep's penis.
Oh, look at the nails. That is Lil Peep. Yeah.
He's a tramp.
How did
Yeah.
you ask her to be your girlfriend? Was there like, did you do it in like a big way, or were you just like,
No, not a big way. So she and I went on a double date with Gabby and someone that Gabby has been seeing. We played
Mazel
pool.
Tov, Gabby.
Is that the person I met?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was nice.
I really like her. I
Vouch.
really like her.
I vouch her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
know
we
I don't think so.
have you met her or
No, I was just asking if I knew her.
oh yeah, okay. But no, we did a pool double date.
Mm,
Eat their asses.
nice. Nice. Now you have to get married.
Yeah.
And
She was really good at pool.
she's really good. Yeah, she
Her,
like
your
she
lady.
yeah, my girlfriend. She plays like I'm still getting used to saying that.
Oh,
But, yeah.
that's so sweet.
Yeah. All right, shut up. No, but yeah, she plays like pool really. She's really good. And then afterwards, we like came back to my place and we were hanging out, just like holding each other and stuff. And we started like talking about like, you know, like life goals, what we wanted to do in the future and stuff. And it just sort of like came out where I was like, so I need to say that I really fucking like you and I want to be with you. And she was like, I want to be with you too. And it was just like that.
That's so nice.
She
So
was
no skywriting or
No, I didn't get a
anything.
plane.
Okay.
You did not rent a plane.
Sorry, I hate women. Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
There we go.
That's clear.
Now I'm in.
yeah, you are.
Lucas is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
What about you, Gabby? Or you think you're gonna couple up? Your new
No,
lady?
No.
goodness no. Well, the girl who I was seeing just went back to Connecticut.
Gross.
Oh, Connecticut. I remember that about her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Connecticut is where she lives.
What are you trying to say? What, is she like in high school in Connecticut?
She's not in high school.
Close.
No. No.
She's a freshman? She's a freshman in college in
No,
Connecticut?
she's not a freshman. She's
it.
she's a senior at Yale University,
That's okay.
and that's okay.
What's the age difference? 4 years?
How
How old are you?
I'm actually a lot older than you think.
Oh,
I'm
really?
40 years old. No,
You look like shit.
I've aged so poorly. It's an 8-year. I'm 29.
That's not that bad.
No,
It's not
that's
that
fine.
bad.
My boyfriend and I are almost 6 years apart.
Yeah, my last girlfriend, we were 6 years apart. She was older than me.
My parents were 17 years apart.
Really?
Yeah. 17.
Who is older? Your dad?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did they meet each other if they're so far apart?
They
Playground.
met because sorry, what'd you say?
Playground.
Yeah.
I was going to say prom.
You know what's crazy? You're not that far off.
Oh, God.
So the way they met and actually like started dating like properly was like my mom was visiting New York, and my mom's stepmom, who's like basically my grandmother, I've known her my whole life. She was friends with my dad and was like, "Oh, you're going to New York? I have a friend in New York who can show you around." And that's how they met. But that was not the first time they were in like the
What does that have
same.
to do with the playground?
Let me tell you, we're getting to it. Let him cook.
Okay, you're cooking.
So that was not the first time they were in like the same place intentionally, because like my dad being friends with my step grandmother many years before, when my mom was still technically a child, was at her house while my dad was also there when my dad was like in his 20s and my mom was technically a child. They never like interacted, but they were in the same house.
Are they still together?
No.
Oh.
No, my dad's been dead for 2 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And they were in a divorce battle for 4 years. So
wow.
they've been not actively together for a very long time.
Was the age gap, did they ever have things like references and stuff that one wouldn't know?
Yeah, that's why they broke up.
That was
You don't know
more
about
so...
Zach and Cody?
Yeah, my dad was like, "Wait, you don't fucking watch Zach and Cody?"
Yeah.
It was more like,
He's a baby.
she
weirdly.
doesn't, divorce lawyer, she doesn't even watch Cheers.
No, that was more so my dad with everyone.
Mm.
That wasn't a specific thing between him. Like my mom, they actually connected on a lot of stuff. They loved a lot of the same music. They both like loved British comedy. Like they had a lot of stuff in common.
Mhm.
But they fought. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's crazy that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you older than your boyfriend, or your boyfriend's older than you?
He's older than me.
How does it feel to be groomed?
Mm.
I'm more mature than he is. So.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
That's
a
how
little
it goes, I
baby.
feel like, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What is it about him that makes you think his maturity level is a little bit lower?
He's like a dog that you found in a dumpster, and he's so happy to be there,
So romantic.
but he's like wagging his tail and he's kicking everything over.
One time I went to their house and there was a plant in the shower, and I was like, "What's this?" And Sarah was like, "Oh, it's jungle time for Casey."
What? Jungle
So when he puts all the plants in the flower, and he's like,
He calls it jungle
he
time.
calls it jungle time, and
All the plants in the shower.
and he'll spray them and heat the room up and be like, go. To help them breathe, feel like they're
Yeah.
back in.
Oh, this guy fucking rocks.
He's like a very
Sarah is exploiting him.
he's
Yeah.
like a very sweet, earnest man.
Can I tell you something that this is a genuine gut reaction?
Please.
I think, oh damn, he must have a huge penis. That
does.
is my gut reaction. Is that
Yeah.
he must? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't believe you can have that level of a quirk and not have a debilitatingly large penis.
What is a large penis to you? I just realized you have the most familiarity with penises in this room.
Whoa,
Thank
this
you
is very
so
true.
much.
Daily,
Thank
maybe,
you.
but
Thank you so. First of all, thank you so much for saying that, Gabby. We actually were discussing in a group last night that I had seen a big
Array.
array of.
Yeah.
Heard about the smallest, heard about the biggest.
I was in a
The
room
spectrum.
with three
That's
straight
Casey.
dudes
It's a
answering
spectrum, not a binary.
a lot of penis questions. This one guy was like, "So, a guy with a big penis, he like walks into a room. Like, what does that guy act like?"
Mm.
Anyway,
Sarah
do you have
said
an answer
fat,
to that?
Fat and tall.
I didn't. I said wide.
You act fat and tall. It's like a skinny guy going oink
Yeah.
doink doink. I got a big dick. Oink doink doink.
I love to freaking eat food.
Doinky doink.
Oink doink.
Jesus Christ.
I got a big dick.
One more time.
What was the question?
Oh,
I forgot.
what do you consider a huge dick?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, like huge, like not usable.
I guess it's really an open-ended question.
Like I would consider that like painful, like a
Like
this,
a painful dick.
This can't.
Okay.
This
What's
isn't-
the best dick size then? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's decent.
like
Yeah.
usable but not painful?
Right,
Hmm.
for sure. What do you think? Yeah, you wanna just let
Checks
them
inconspicuously. Yeah.
Probably
what do you
probably
think?
like 3 of
see.
mine.
I've seen. I think I'm trying to remember if it's 4 or 5 penises. That I've like. Of men I've
Clearly,
hooked
that
up
fifth
with.
one, if you have, is not memorable
Yeah,
at
okay.
all.
Oh well, I remember why it was not memorable. I've told this story.
4 out of 5 penises say the 5th is not memorable.
It was because it was the first time I gave a blowjob, and I remember
And now you're gay.
and now I'm gay. I was pretty drunk, and it was really big, but I was a real champ about it. And then this is a little gross, but he went to sleep, and then I went in the bathroom and I threw
Girl, we've all been there.
up the and then we snuggled.
But you looked amazing the next day, though.
Bulimia for cum.
Yeah.
I can't ingest this.
That sounds
I
like
indulge too much.
a band name. We're bulimia for cum.
We're an improv team. Hey guys, we're bulimia for cum. We're anorexia for pussy. Can I get a suggestion?
Yeah, and it's all like bisexual women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Lucas, do you have any?
How many?
Wait.
How many penises have I seen? That's what I was about to ask myself. I was
And?
trying to think about it. I was like, how many penises actually
Did
besides
you go
my
to camp?
Also,
No, I never went to sleepaway camp.
I think really the question is how many hard penises have you seen? Because you're in a locker room or just like your friends are trying to freak you out and they show you their penis. You're
How often is that?
Does that
happen to
happen?
you?
friends with like a teacher or a priest, and you're piling around, buds.
Wait, Nick, do you want to share with the class?
No, so honestly, I would do that way more than it would be done to me, just to freak out my friends. But
How did you do that?
Yeah.
That's
You're like-
so rude.
stepped in gum. You ever heard that?
No?
What?
Like
Someone
like
come on someone?
no, it's like like hey, can you check this out? I
Gum.
stepped in gum and just show your balls.
Oh yeah. Are you stepping up
As
where?
if your
Yeah.
balls were gum?
As if your balls were gum.
But it's
balls
not on
were
your
gum.
foot.
I chew them.
But it's just it's just to show someone your balls and freak them out.
But wouldn't they, if they look to your foot?
I don't think they would be like, hey, so you said your shoe, but
But do you see my logic? Do you see my
yeah,
logic?
there's no shoe there. Yeah.
You should say I spilled coffee on my crotch pants.
It would be kind
You
of
spilled the
intentional.
coffee on your crotch pants. Yeah. But then it's like there's no coffee. It's just you have to get the gum or the shoe.
There's no gum, Nick.
But it's just you want to show your friends your penis because you think it's funny. You know what I mean?
I never
It
had
used
that
to
kind
be
of
so
friendship.
much easier
Wait,
to just
Sarah
show your friends
pulling
your
a
penis.
prank is great. Hey, you spilled coffee on my dick. You want to see?
Like fuck.
Once I in 4th grade I got really into April Fool's Day.
Uh-huh.
By the way,
Really.
Like a feature of our podcast is Sarah telling these like awful traumatic stories about like other women bullying her or her parents not wanting her, that kind of thing.
Oh my
So,
God.
This is not actually one of those. It's just me being an idiot with a prank.
That's
But
another
in
category.
4th grade, I was really into holidays. Like every time there was a holiday, I would change my voicemail, my voicemail to like Happy April Fool's Day, leave a
Yeah.
message, but like I'd change it the next day.
Mhm.
Like I was really into holidays. And for 4th grade, I Googled like easy pranks. And there was some prank that if you like wet a paper towel and you were like, what is this? You could like squeeze it in someone's eye. And I thought that'd be funny. But I did it on my friend and I couldn't squeeze it. So I just went over and just like
Just wrung out a paper.
just all over her face. And it was like, April Fool's bitch. And it was not well received.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah,
We did it.
We made it.
We made
Yeah.
her cry.
Nice.
I remember one year for April Fool's. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say I once did a prank on you and Aaron. I've
Oh, yeah,
told
that
this
was
so
a lot
many
of fun.
times.
Yeah.
Where
What was
I
the prank?
pretended that I had gotten Anne Hathaway to come to the final Anne Hathaway open mic, and I really committed to the bit.
Did you hire an impersonator to come instead?
No, I didn't, but
That'd have been so
I
funny.
really committed to the role of guy who has gotten Anne Hathaway to come over. And then I was like, well, she's not here. Bye. And then I
Yeah.
walked right off.
He was like, it was like the 5:30 before the 6 o'clock mic, and I was like, "How are you doing, Lucas?" He's like, "I'm really nervous. I have something big planned," but it was like very earnest. It was a
Okay.
good prank.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever-
Even I remember at one point I came in and I was just like, hey, how's it going? And you were like, you good? You were like, hey, you're okay? I was like, I'm fine. How are you?
yeah, he fucking
I really
nailed
Nice.
it. That's
How
how
did you
Hathaway's
reveal
doing.
that Anne Hathaway was not coming?
Oh, by just literally just saying, so she's not here. Bye. And then I just walked right off stage.
Yeah.
That was it.
It really, everyone thought, but she hates
You're on stage, you're
women.
like, well, I did get John Mulaney. And then you do John Mulaney impression.
Oh, and I do a little
Yeah.
360 and
Everyone's like, yeah.
Wait, what was the other prank you pulled?
yes.
Oh, well, I pulled a really good prank in college. But as a kid, my mom once got us on an April Fool's Day, got us all up in the morning, and she was like, "Oh my God, get up. No one's alarm went off. We're so late. We're so late." And we all like got dressed really fast and like got in a cab and we're like going to school and like she was freaking out. And then we're almost there and she goes, "April Fool's, it's fucking Saturday, you idiots."
Say the thing about camp visiting day.
Okay.
You want to tell that
At
story?
camp, at camp visiting day, my parents sent me to like 8-week summer camp so we could like be away from them. And then there was always visiting day on the 4th week of the 8-week camp. And there was always a Q&A. This is true.
Yeah.
There's always a Q&A and parents were like, like, my daughter has a nut allergy. Can accommodations be made? Or like, my daughter's really, she wants to learn to swim. Can she do this? And
My
parents-
daughter's really stupid. Is there anything you can do?
And my parents raised their hand in front of the whole camp and said, "Hi, will the camp ever be abolishing visiting weekend? Because this is really ruining our summer schedule."
Oh,
I know.
that's sick
That's
as-
hilarious.
that's
I know.
punk as hell.
And also,
I
like,
know.
yeah.
I was bullied for that.
Sure
I
you
was.
were.
Oh my God.
I was.
I'm
They're
very
like,
like,
Sarah's parents don't like her.
mean to Sarah on the podcast. Then she tells some story like that. That's like, oh my God.
I know.
And then you double down.
That's right.
That,
Yeah.
that does make me think, though, that your parents must really love you if they're that confident making that kind of a
Sure.
gag.
Sure.
Oh, it wasn't.
Oh, it wasn't a gag.
Oh, it wasn't a gag. No.
No.
No, no.
Your mom like comments on the podcast. It was like, definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely
No,
not.
absolutely
No,
right.
we hate. We
Please
Just
hate
wanna
stop
her.
clarify,
spreading.
We actually hate her.
That is an
Yeah.
awful rumor.
No,
to
you're
spread.
tacky and we hate you.
Do you have
Yeah.
do you have siblings?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 3.
Do they like the siblings better?
They're just like, it's very teasing. Everyone's teasing and roasting.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Can I say about the prank?
Please.
In college.
Yeah.
So this was a prank I pulled on someone who I would later date. But
Mhm.
he had pulled a prank on our mutual friend, and the mutual friend and I were like, we got to get him back. And we were like, what does this guy care about more than anything? And like going to work at Goldman was like a huge status symbol, and he had like gotten an offer there, and he was waiting to do the drug test, and he was like a huge stoner, and he had stopped doing weed for 90 days, and it was like a huge deal. Like everyone knew that he was quitting weed for 90 days. He would like go to the sauna all the time to like sweat it out. Like it was a really big deal. And he eventually goes on like a Saturday to take the drug test, and he pees in the cup, and he comes back to campus, and he's like ripping the bong, and he's like smoking. He like smoked so much he like passed out. Like he was so excited to be back on the weed. So my friend and I are like, okay, let's be fake Goldman Sachs and make him think that he failed the drug test as the prank, or make him think even better that his pee was simply too diluted and he needs to come back and do it one more time.
Oh my God.
So instead
Wait,
of
which one did you go with?
the latter.
The latter. Okay.
So because I thought that was more realistic. So I was like, okay, we can't just send an email to this guy. Like that's not official. We don't have the Goldman email.
So that would also be like, dear guy, I am Goldman Sachs.
I am Goldman Sachs.
You must come
the
back
big bank.
again. Your pee is bad.
You must give second sample. PP must be better.
We loved you, P, but we would need
Really looking for you to take it in another direction.
very promising.
So he had
Yeah.
sent me a screenshot of his offer letter when he'd gotten the offer. So I knew his employment ID number. It was like a 15-digit number. So I went to the print shop. I drove to another town because I went to town college like in the woods. I drove to another town in Vermont, and I got stationery printed with the Goldman Sachs logo. And I put like his full name and the employee ID number. I found out his social security, like all this crazy stuff. I wrote a super formal thing. I Googled who the head of HR was, and I signed it as her. And then I got an envelope printed with the official stationery. Looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, I definitely had a crush on this guy. on this guy.
No shit.
And I got, you know how like official mail doesn't come with a stamp? I got the like postage included, paid for whatever.
Oh yeah.
Printed onto the envelope. Then I put the paper in the
Wow.
envelope. Then I was like, okay, how am I going to get in this guy's mailbox? I go and I give it to the lady at like the mail office. I'm like, hey, this was in my mailbox by accident. So she just slips it
That's such
right
a good
into his
story.
This
mailbox.
is crazy.
I know. This
I
was, like, took
love how
months.
elaborate this is.
Yeah.
Then this guy was so lazy, he wouldn't check his fucking mail.
Yeah.
So me and my friend kept being like, hey, like, what if we all checked our mail right now? And I'd be like, wait, that
probably
sounds
stoned out of his
so
mind.
fun. No, he was like, he would be like, what? So for like weeks, because we didn't want it to wait that close to graduation. We just wanted it to be a silly prank. But he
Yeah.
ended up waiting weeks, and we went on spring break. We came back from
No!
break.
Oh
I
my
wrote him.
God.
So what I did, really smart, I wrote him a postcard when I was on spring break. And I was like, this is how I'll get him to open the box. So we were walking by and I was like, hey, open your mailbox. Like I wrote you a postcard. And then he just takes out the postcard and closed the mailbox. So I was like, you gotta get your mail, man. And I gave it to him. Then he opened it and had a panic attack. But not by my design. Like he didn't open it in front of us. He was like, I'll just open all this stuff later. And I was like, oh my God, like you're ruining the prank for everyone. You're ruining it for
Oh
everyone.
my God.
So I heard from like he lived in the frat that year, and I heard from like the frat guys, he had like opened it and like freaked out and like didn't sleep that night. And I was like, well, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to be like a funny little whatever.
I do love the idea he was gonna open it and be like, ha.
Oh my
But
God.
he did freak out. Like it was legit.
Yeah.
He didn't at all pick up on the hints of you really like.
So after we revealed that it
Yeah.
had been a prank, which we revealed by we got a second envelope printed, and then we had it when it opened, it was like, fuck you. And then he like collapsed and was so relieved. But
That's good.
That's nice.
it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
And then we were like, aren't you so happy you can like smoke weed again? But afterwards he was like, is this why you guys kept inviting me to get dinner in the restaurant near the mailboxes? We were like, yeah. Because it was like a bad restaurant at our college. We'd always be like, hey, we should go to the Hop and get those quesadillas tonight. And he'd be like, no.
God.
You're like,
I think at one point I was like, how fast can you open your combo lock? Let's try. Ready? Go.
Yeah.
you guys just started playing mail games.
Yeah.
That's so.
You guys
funny.
ever think about the postal service?
Yeah.
They're awesome. We
Let's do
gotta
a-
support them.
Let's do a role play. I'm a USPS worker. And
Oh my God. I remember once they sent us all like a little like Dartmouth calendar that we'd all gotten in our mailboxes. So
Name
the,
drop?
the three of us, did I not say that yet? Sorry.
No.
The three of us went over and I got mine out and I was like, oh my God, this calendar is amazing. You gotta go get your. And my friend went and got his too, and he was like, "Oh my God, it's the most beautiful art I've ever seen."
This is the calendar.
And the guy who later went on to become my boyfriend for a brief time was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, this is just a calendar. It was really funny.
It's a
Oh,
great prank.
That's so good.
Yeah, I think those are the reasons I'm a good comedy producer. I could follow through with
Yes.
with my project management.
You have to have a lot of elements in play that
Yeah,
all
that all come together at
all
once.
come together. Yeah.
And deceit, lying.
Deceit.
All that stuff is
Yes.
good for.
You know I
Yeah.
love
Commitment.
to lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Do you love to lie? I'm a terrible liar. Although I
Yeah.
Me
did
too.
pull a giant prank recently.
Oh my God, do
What was
tell.
what was the giant prank you pulled?
You saw it.
Wait, remind me though.
The when I invited people to prank my grad class, my MFA.
Oh yeah.
So, For my MFA, we had to create a like web short, which I thought was stupid. I was like, this hasn't been around since 2014, but I was like, okay, I'll do it. And what I decided to do was have the actors get in a fake fight with me over the creative direction of my work that the that my crew, which was everyone in my cohort who I was classmates with, would think was a real fight.
Okay.
So
You hired actors to come to your class,
I
or they
hired-
were on the set?
they were on the set. I hired comics.
Okay.
I hired actors to like.
What was the fight about?
The fight was about? Basically, I created this character who was like really dumb and like this like dumb blonde. I had Tessa Bell do it, and like she was like
a Tessa Bell type.
she broke
Just a dumb
character
shit.
in
I
the
don't know
middle
that
of
well.
it and was like, "Why did you write
So
this
smart.
character for me to play? Why do you hate me? Do you just hate women who look like me?" And it just became this it wasn't a satisfying prank because the crew was so genuinely horrified by what was happening. And all the actors were like ganging up on me being like, this film you've created, it is anti-woman and it's anti-blonde woman. And then at one point in the middle of it, I told Tess I was gonna do this. She agreed.
Do you hit her?
I don't hit her. I hit on her in front of the classmates. I was like, at the time I was in a relationship. I was like, I know I'm in a relationship, but I think I'm falling in love with you. And at one point, I caught it on camera. One of the like sound people went, "Oh my god!" I have the video of it. It's never seeing the light of day because it's brutal. The crew looks so genuinely unhappy to be there.
Like, can I just say, because like I was involved for like a very small bit of this.
Yeah, he helped me do
I helped,
like B-roll.
Yeah, I
stuff.
helped film some B-roll, but I saw like sort of a product of it, and it had a picture of Gabby with her ex, and it says Gabby and have now broken up while they're like smiling at the camera.
Oh my god.
It's us smiling at the
geez.
camera in matching pajamas with our stuft animals, and the caption under it goes, "We broke up after this." Parentheses unrelated.
It was so funny. I did remember. I'm wondering, did I talk about the prank I pulled on one of my professors with Branston Pickle?
Bold.
Sorry, what? Branston Pickle?
Pickle?
Oh, I haven't talked about this. Okay. Because I tend to repeat a lot of stuff, so I need to. Okay, so when I was in college, I had this amazing professor. Her name was Linda Gates. Shout out to Linda. And she was a
Are you
voice.
saying Melinda Gates?
Linda,
Melinda
just
Gates.
Linda. Yeah, Melinda Gates. Yeah,
from
yeah,
the foundation.
Right.
yeah. You know,
From
like
AIDS?
the bill.
From AIDS.
From AIDS.
It's from AIDS.
You know her.
I love your work with AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I love your work.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, malaria. Yeah. No, but
Malaria?
Linda, so during this class when I was a junior, she said that she like lived in the UK and she used to love to buy this thing called Branston Pickle. It was a kind of preserve. It was in a jar. And then it was just something that she mentioned in a story. And then in my senior year, I found Branston Pickle while I was like shopping at World Market. And I thought, it's the end of the school year. What a wonderful thing as like a nice little gift that I could get for
Yeah,
one of
that's
my
so
favorite
nice.
professors. And so I
What
bought
did
it.
she teach?
Just like various like vocal performance classes for theater majors. And I tried, because I didn't have her in a class at that time. So I asked friends of mine, I was like, who I knew had her. I was like, are you seeing her today? And they're like, no, not today. Just everything worked out badly every time I tried to give it to someone. And so I thought, why don't I just swing by her office and see if she's there? I go to her office. She's not there. But then I just thought, what if I just left this here with no note? Just like a favorite food that she's not had in like 40 plus years.
Wow.
Just appears out of nowhere right by her door. And so I just left it there. And then like a month later,
It's not a prank. It sounds like you did a nice thing.
Yeah.
no. Here's, I didn't even intend for it to be a prank, but it turned out to be one. Because like
Go
a
on.
month later, I'm doing a play and then she comes to see. And then we're allowed to like speak to audience members before the show. And so we're chatting. And about 5 minutes in the conversation, I was like, hey, do you like the Branston Pickle? She was like, that was you? And then she started like wigging out. She was like, I was like calling up all my friends in the UK. I was like staying up at late because I thought that I was being watched. I was going insane. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's on her. That's
Yeah.
not on you. That's
I don't know if that's a prank.
that's a
Totally
crazy
not a
response,
prank.
though.
But here's the thing. I
100%.
liked
More
it.
of like
Not a
a
prank.
situation.
Yeah, it was the situationship of pranks. Yeah.
We just told harrowing stuff that we did, and Lucas was like, I did the most wonderful thing for someone, and I didn't even say it was me.
Yeah, you're like, I was nice to someone and she became like schizophrenically obsessed with it. And like,
If you ever done a prank, I feel like that would annoy you.
yeah, I don't do a lot. I've like lied to people.
That's nice.
The only thing I can think of was one time, so you know, like the evaluations at the end of classes
Yeah.
in college. One time I wrote like I feel like I've taken on this professor as kind of a mother figure because I've been kind of like going through things just to say something weird. It wasn't even true. I don't know. I just said
Is that
something
the end
weird.
of the story?
No, then I realized I thought they were anonymous, but they weren't anonymous.
Did she say anything?
No, but it was just so weird every time I saw her after that. My professor. Yeah.
We're like, hey, Nick, do you have a prank? And he's like, no, but I do this time where I fucking embarrass myself.
Yeah, I fucking creeped out a woman at her job one time.
That's awesome, man.
I don't have a prank, but I told a woman, Mommy.
Yeah. I was like, I've been going through a really rough patch recently. And I'm just like, I'm like, no. just like she's been like a
How's your
light.
grade in the class?
It was good. It was good.
Probably because you wrote that.
Probably. Yeah.
She's probably like, oh God, this guy's gonna like jump off a fucking bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, she said A, and I love you.
Son. Yeah. I do remember one other. Okay, this was sort of a prank.
Oh no. No
This-
way.
No. Okay.
This is gonna be another mitzvah you did.
I'm always doing mitzvot.
I love mitzvah. I
Always.
love tzedakah.
Really? I don't.
I love a mikvah.
Nick just learned what a mikvah is. Nick, tell him.
A
It's
nikvah?
a bath.
mikvah.
Not really.
Sorry, say
Nick
it.
Viagas.
August.
Nick Viagas.
Just gonna go take a quick soak in the mikvah.
Yeah,
Mikvah
let's just say I'm in the
Gonna-
mikvah
just gonna
tonight.
cleanse myself.
After you have your period or something, right?
No, it's 10 days after you end your period. You
Right.
go soak in the mikvah, and that makes you pure, and then you have sex.
Mm.
That's kind of what you do with men after you date a woman.
Yes,
You have
Every
a penis
every
Yeah,
man
so
mikvah.
is a
your
mikvah
ritual-
for
Call
you.
it a dikvah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dick vagina.
You know, any
nickname people say
any
about me.
Yep.
natural body of water, like an ocean or a lake, can be a mikvah as long as you are fully naked, fully submerged, don't have any like jewelry or nail polish on or anything.
Does a guy ever do a mikvah?
No,
No,
if
guys
he
are
wants
just
to?
cool.
Guys
They're
are
just pure.
naturally
they don't have.
pure.
Yeah.
I think that they do if they bleed, like if they get a cut or something.
If
Isn't-
they,
isn't-
if they menstruate.
Isn't there a thing in the morning though where the men have to?
Oh
do
yeah, you have a
something?
jug and you have to like three
Yeah.
times you
You
have to
do
wash
the
your
tefillin,
hands.
The guy on
you
my
have to go
job
to
had to do that.
minion.
Because they
Fill
believe
it.
that like
It's
sleeping
kinda-
is a little bit like death, and so you have to clean yourself from like the death that you
It's
just
kind of
went
like a
through.
full day thing to be religious. It's like it's all
Yeah.
day every day. You know,
God, they just do
Well,
it.
well,
It
so
takes
much.
up your time.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
comedy.
Mm.
Yeah. And that's why.
Something to believe in. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give up relationships,
Yeah.
jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to say very briefly before we go into like listener submissions, it's very small, but like I used to make up lies just to see if I could convince my dad of them.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Oh,
Elder
Dad,
abuse.
did you? Sorry."
Elder abuse.
He's saying
Yeah.
elder
Elder
abuse.
abuse.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
gaslighting.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing. It's my pastime. And I told my dad, I was like, "Oh, did you know that Alfred Hitchcock was Jewish?" And he was like, "No, he's not." I was like, "Yeah, he is." He was like, "No, 100% he's not." I was like, "No, Dad, you don't understand. You see, I just found out from a documentary that I saw. Alfred Hitchcock's parents were Russian Jews who escaped the Cossacks and moved to the UK, and they changed their family name from Yitzhak or Isaac to Hitchcock." And then my dad was like,
Sounds convincing to me.
"Exactly." And my dad was like, "Holy shit, is that real?" I was like, "No." And then I just walked away.
So you're so fucking dumb, bro.
Yeah. How can you believe this well thought out fact I told
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
What's next? You're gonna freak out over a jar of Branson pickles.
Yeah. Hey, you're like, hey, Dad, this is the medication you take. I'm just fucking with you. It's just
So what does listener submissions mean? Like anyone can just
It means people write in with like either problems, gossip, just things that
I
are
love it.
happening to them.
Odd
and
phobias sometimes.
Odd
Okay.
phobias.
Indeed.
And then we just
Oh,
talk
that's cool.
about them.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Great.
Do you want to solve our problems first?
Mm.
Sure.
I kind of want to do the listener submission first.
Okay.
Let's do
Is
it.
that
All right. Yeah, no, that's
After my
cool.
phone?
Guys, if you're listening to this, subscribe to Nick and my pod so you can send us things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just roast you. We won't offer you any help at all.
No help, no advice, no nothing.
Okay, I got one pulled up.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Meerkats. I would like some advice. I've made some big changes in my life for the better, and now I'm starting to open up more. Now that I'm letting myself feel emotions, I'm feeling pretty lonely. I can't get out of the house much due to family situation. How do I help fulfill this loneliness feeling?
Oh, you got to go on antidepressants.
There you go.
Problem solved. Next.
Listen,
Hump
if-
yourself
if-
with as many drugs as you can think of.
Listen, I recently had a little bit of loneliness in my life. You got to have sex with as many people as possible. Okay, don't feel that.
Well, they said
Just
their
go
family
out.
says they can't leave the house.
Their family says have them
Have them
meet
come to
you.
you.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Have sex
Climb
with
up
a
the
family
tree
member.
into your window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been hoeing?
a little bit. Yeah,
Hmm?
That's good.
that's not the word I would use, but yes,
What would you call it?
I'm just having fun. You know.
yeah, just
I
wonderful
call it
encounters.
a constant, compulsive,
yeah.
sort
An-
of concerning
addictive
behavior.
kind of-
manic
Yeah, I
episode.
call
Yeah.
it a pattern of
Yeah.
abuse and manipulation.
Addiction.
Yes.
Lies.
Yeah.
A thing where I plugged one thing and now it's kind of coming out here. Yeah, that's what I call
Is that
it.
someone's asshole?
Yeah.
Okay.
I plug
Call it
this.
human centipeding.
Yeah.
That's what you like to do.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I do human centipeding all the
Mhm.
time. I have a compulsive human
You
centipede.
a centipede
I
problem?
shit in people's. Yeah,
I
go.
feel like if you put a hand in your mouth and something up your ass, you're human centipeding yourself in a way.
I almost did it. Did you also almost
Yeah.
do it? I
Imagine
almost
walking
went
in
down
on
and
someone
tried to
doing
do
it.
Did you write this, Nick? Hi, Gabby and Lukas. Love, Nick.
Oh, that's nice.
Did you?
I think it was Nick Cohen.
Wait, really?
Oh, it's a different Nick.
Nick would never write something that nice.
No, that sounds
About me. Who does it
guessing
say?
it
Who
was-
said that?
It says it's a guy named Nick. I think it's my friend Nick Cohen.
Guys, Nick, shout out to Nick, other Nick.
Other Nick.
What's
Wish
up,
my
Nick
Nick was
Cohen?
more like you.
Yeah. I wish that too. Don't we all?
Nick.
Also a very tall Nick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very tall.
Not as tall as
very
Yeah,
you.
we should get you two in the same room. See what kind
Listen.
of crazy stuff you kids.
Yeah,
could
you guys
come
should
up with.
kiss.
Yeah. Listen, Nick, let's make something happen.
You guys could human centipede.
That'd be
Can I tell you a
long.
confession about really tall people?
Sure.
Like,
Oh.
this might hurt your feelings.
Are you
Sure.
scared of them?
A little bit, and also, so I had this friend when I was 4 and he was 3 named Isaac, and we would always, he was my first kiss because we would make out in preparation for our wedding.
When you were
Right.
3?
I was 4, he was 3.
Oh my
So I
god,
was
you're a
a
groomer.
This
groomer.
pattern
You're
of
a
you dating
groomer.
younger people, it's. I don't think you're supposed to make out when you're 3.
You're
Gabby.
certainly not. But it
Dude,
was
who
like,
initiated, you or him?
it was like you may kiss the bride, and then I don't remember
Okay.
who the initiator
Yeah,
was.
and who set this operation in motion?
Yeah, right.
It was
Uh-huh.
probably me. We'd say we were gonna get married and live in a brownstone in Brooklyn. That was our dream.
Oh my god,
It's my dream
That's
right
such
now.
a mature dream.
I was very New York City kid.
Oh my
dream.
god.
And he grew up to be very tall. So he's like 6'8". And sometimes I wonder if that's why he and I don't have as good of a relationship anymore, because every time I see him, I'm so overwhelmed by how tall he is and
Hmm.
how much I feel like he's towering over me. I'm like, that's not the man I married, you know?
Seems like
And-
you guys just don't have a lot in common anymore.
Russell, you're
It's
saying
also
that's
true.
you're saying that's his problem?
Of course. Well, of course, not my fault.
It's not his fault. He's tall.
It's not my fault I'm short.
He's a Chad, and you're intimidated by that.
Guys, don't fight.
Why do you hate men?
Anyway,
do you hate
the
men's
war on men
bodies?
continues.
She's seen
Yeah.
like 4 penises. Okay, she doesn't hate
5.
men. I thought 1 was bad. Still counts.
Which means
One
it doesn't.
was- One was bad. I feel like the gradients and how big they were also, it like, honestly,
Gradients.
blowjob guy was the biggest one, but he was dumb as rocks. And he was ugly.
Right.
Dick
So-
so big, it got fucking threw up.
Sorry. Your brain just short circuited.
Dick big and throw.
Dick so big it threw up.
It's from my freestyle background. I'm able to.
Yo, dick so big it threw it
Yo,
up.
dick so big I threw up.
Hey, guest, and the other two. That's in
Mm.
relationship to you guys.
Yeah.
I have a question. I recently found my friend's dad on Bumble. Should I let her know, since my friend's dad is, I thought, happily married to her mom?
Mind your
Wow.
damn business. That's what I think
Yeah.
about that. It's going to be complicated. They're going to figure it out. It's
I think if it's your
Extortion.
best friend, if it's your
Yeah.
best, if it's your like maid of honor best friend, you can tell them. But if it's not like your best friend at like sister level, leave it. They're gonna get divorced anyway.
Why would you cheat on Bumble too?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's so
But
the
the-
women message you first.
But isn't there like there's like work Bumble, right? And like friend
Yeah,
Bumble.
Bumble BFF.
Yeah, it could be any of those.
That's how we
things.
met. Bumble BFF.
That's not true.
Oh.
No.
Bumble
I hate to say it,
enemies.
but when I hear that, I'm like, you're pathetic. You live
Yeah.
on a throw. If you meet someone on Bumble, you know what? Maybe not. Sorry.
No,
I
it's
sh-
weird.
This is gonna get sponsored by Bumble BFF in the future. I feel it. This is how karma goes.
You think so?
I see it. I do see
Alright.
it.
So
I would accept it.
that's your advice. Just
But-
leave it alone.
I like the idea of also like using it for gain, also
Blackmail.
blackmail.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean, what I would do is print out a screenshot of the profile and leave it somewhere in the wife's room to come upon on her own anonymously.
I wouldn't do that either.
Well, I
I'm-
wouldn't do that. I don't know.
But
I'm
maybe
sorry.
maybe they have an open marriage and you have no idea.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like it could be anything. It could be the friend.
Also,
it
I
could be
firmly
the
believe
open.
people's relationships, like what their dynamic, that's not anyone's business. No one could possibly understand what goes on inside a relationship,
Or
other than me. I
fuck
understand.
Swipe
the dad.
right.
But
Fuck the dad. Yeah, no, that's what it,
Swipe right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or fuck the dad. Yeah.
well, if you're seeing the dad probably is also seeing you. Because Bumble shows you people that you've seen.
You know what
The
I'm saying?
dad's gonna write.
Yeah,
in
but you're
next week.
someone. Yeah, you're someone that the dad is expecting to see in like the pool of people. Like that's not weird.
I
Yeah,
hope
the dad's
not.
probably horny for this person.
She should swipe and see if the dad had swiped on her, or upgrade to a free trial of Bumble Premium and see who liked her and if the dad's on that list.
Can you do
Mm.
that?
Oh
On
yeah,
Bumble I didn't know you could do free trials of dating apps.
my parents got me trials of all the dating apps so I could
This is a
get them a grandchild.
What?
classic Sarah story.
Why is that a classic Sarah story?
J date. Her parents bought her J date.
They did. They bought me
Are
J
you
date.
serious?
And I didn't put on any like restrictions or anything. And I like got it at like 7 p.m. and I like made a profile and I was like, this is stupid. And I went to bed. I woke up 650 messages. All IDF soldiers. Deleted it immediately.
Oh, I was gonna ask if you went out with any of them.
No, none of them lived near me.
Oh.
It was global. I didn't put on any restrictions.
Shit.
They're all like, hello,
Just Miss
my
Worldwide.
Would you
friend.
like to make all the
Imagine
that means?
no. Imagine you get into the IDF from
J date.
J date premium. That's what it's called. It's called IDF level.
There's a special tier.
Yeah.
Well, my parents' dream dating app is one for people who like they don't want to have in-laws. So for people with like very elderly parents or something like that. And I was like, yeah, you should invent that, Mom.
That's actually that's a niche within the dating app.
Like for difficult
Market.
Jewish parents who don't want
Yeah.
mother-in-laws.
I think you should want to talk to an old person more badly than that. Like, I don't think it should be so much that you like hate parents that you totally are like, okay, we're gonna invent a new thing, so I never have to do this.
But
you
also,
know?
it's kind of a red flag to look for someone who has like no family.
Parents, yeah.
Like, isn't that like a human trafficking
Right,
app?
like you don't have a
basically?
mom or red flag.
Yeah. Or it's like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm looking for someone who has like no like
ties.
social connections,
Yeah.
like no family, no one loves them but me.
Completely
Yeah. Someone who's
isolated.
not gonna be missed.
Yeah. No one can hear you screamer.
Very quiet and docile. When she screams, it sounds normal, you know?
That's the name of the app.
That's great.
Docile.
I guess I met my boyfriend on Bumble, which I had premium, which my parents paid for a month of. So I guess we have to thank them.
Is he in the IDF?
Yes.
Mm.
No.
IDF, I don't.
He is
Things,
Ju- he is
things
Jewish.
can change.
He is
Things
Jewish.
yeah.
I think he's a little too old to be in the army.
Is it what's the age bracket for IDF?
2. To be 2.
I actually don't know. I'm sure you
Cute.
can join any army at any point
Yeah.
if you're physically able.
International Dumbass Federation.
Nice.
Sorry.
Nice.
Keep going.
Nice.
Nice.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
Nice.
We have one. Oh wait, did we read the second
We
one?
read the last
second
one.
Did we do I
Okay.
Love Nick? We covered that one?
Yeah, we did.
that
We
one?
did
Okay.
cover that.
Yeah.
I do have a would you rather
Oh,
very
great.
quickly
Please.
before we get into some.
This was submitted by a fan.
No, this
Oh,
is
okay.
something I made up.
Oh,
A
please.
sick
Um,
game of Lucas's.
Yeah.
It's
If
Lucas.
you don't know, this fan sent this in. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Lucas's sick, twisted mind.
Okay.
Yo, this fan who sent it in sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Would you rather sleep in a bed that is top to bottom your least favorite color, or you have to marry someone who exclusively calls it making love?
The bed.
Not making love? That sounds lovely.
What?
Fight.
Wait, like the bed, like okay, I don't like fire engine red. So you're saying like the bed and the bed sheets and all of that would be red.
Everything bright fire engine red.
Turn off the fucking lights, fucking idiot. What? Turn off the lights.
But why would you care if you're married to someone that says making love? That means
Because
they
it's
love
like
you.
it can give you the ick sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just want to like be railed, man.
What about humping?
Hey babe, can we hump
Would you
later?
like to hump?
We
was a-
humped love.
That's
I,
gross,
I
dude.
humped love into my wife.
Oh god.
That's gross, Nick. That's really gross.
I think I'm seeing Nick more clearly with this question
Yeah.
than I've ever seen him before.
I had a jolly hump with the missus last night. That guy sounds cool. I like
yeah, we-
him
we-
or her.
We
I
humped
guess.
on Sunday, didn't we, love? Yeah, we humped on Sunday.
I
like
love you
that.
so
A good
much,
hump
baby.
is good. You gotta have a good hump every once in a while. Yep.
Would
Yeah.
you hump with me for?
All right.
After-
Should we present our problems?
Do you have a co-problem or you have separate?
I think. Do you have a problem first?
I didn't prepare a problem.
Okay.
I
Oh,
can
wait,
come up
I
with
do
one
actually-
for you,
I
no
do-
problem.
I do have a real problem. This is a real issue though.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Our specialty.
Oh, okay. I get scared if I send a text and I don't get an immediate response, that I will start spinning out uncontrollably. And I've tried a lot of things to mitigate that, but I still do it a lot.
What's the worry?
The worry is that I didn't detect something in my language that was a horrible faux pas. And I just think, okay, fuck, what did I do? What did I do?
Is this with cold texting? Like I'm reaching out for something or
No. Could be even like middle of the conversation,
Really?
but if I don't get a response where I'm like, wait, did I say something wrong?
Has that always been true, or is it more true recently?
I think it has always been the case, but I think it's gotten worse over time.
Have there been times where that's happened, where you have had that faux pas? And
Maybe once.
Okay.
Maybe once when I was like in middle school, maybe.
What happened that time?
Oh, just this dude was like, dude, stop. It was like a lot of messages back to back, and he was like, dude, this is a lot. And I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
Well,
And
that
was
sounds
it.
like it wasn't something you said, but just
The volume.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you notice it happens more with certain people or certain situations?
No, it literally could be anyone that I will be anxious about causing.
like you have
that
to care
negative-
about their opinion.
Yes.
Like if it was some random person who was like, "Hey, what's up?" Like you wouldn't care.
I care a little. I probably care.
I think
a
it's
little
nice
bit.
you care.
Oh, thanks.
That is really nice. Because I
Have you
also
ever tried a
wouldn't care.
strategy to stop yourself from spiraling? Like you send a text and you could just put your phone on airplane mode for 5 minutes. So even if they texted you
Yes.
back, you would never know. And
No,
does that,
I do
help
that.
you when you do that, or
It does a little bit. It does, because I think, all right, I can't possibly know for like the next hour or something like that, but I will still have it in the back of my mind. Even if it's somewhat muted, it is still there. It's never like gone down to zero.
But it's like social rejection.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
do you
for
ever worry
sure.
about that in person? Like you're at a bar at a birthday party. Like do you ever worry that you're doing something wrong in
100%
person?
all the time.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, just for myself, whenever I worry about that kind of thing, I always just like take it to the logical extent of like the worst case scenario, and it's usually pretty much okay if that happened. Or like if this person, let's say, you send a text and you text a person a little bit too much, you're a little too excited about it, right? Like what happens? That person doesn't like you, or that person hates you? That'd be weird. Then you don't want to be friends with that person anyway, or like, well, it's just like, what's the faux pas? Like this thing that happened in middle school where you texted a guy too much. He's a kid. Who knows what the fuck he was thinking about? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think about that moment a lot, but after like I was like, oh, I guess that was maybe the first time that I had that kind of anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that anxiety so much. I had to cancel something yesterday, and I was
Oh
like,
my God.
so I texted Sarah about it.
Help me. I'm scared.
I mean,
All day.
Really good Nick impression, by the way.
For hours.
It's like he was in the room.
and
Yeah.
I said it, and she was like, oh yeah, no problem. That's fine. It was nothing. Yeah.
Usually when I'm freaking out about something like that, I imagine that the person is on a stationary bike.
It's on a what?
A stationary bike.
Oh.
Like they're in a spin class and their phone's in the locker. Like you never know what someone's up to at any moment.
Oh
of
yeah,
the day,
totally. Yeah.
You know?
I imagine them being violently killed.
Yeah. Think about all the times you've been in the middle of something and you see a text and you're like, oh, I can't respond to that right now.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
no. Oh, there's 100% of the time there's been the most valid reason.
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
is- that
But
I
I'm sorry
completely
you have
understand.
to experience that. That sounds constant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of energy. Yeah.
Right. And also it's like, you're a nice guy. Are you going to be, on top of people? Are you going to be annoying them? I don't know. It doesn't seem like you're annoying.
I don't think
Have you tried not giving a shit?
Yeah.
Oh, sister, that is impossible. That
Just be like, fuck you.
I
you
feel
know?
like Lucas is very afraid of faux pas, but I've not
I've
really
never seen
experienced
you.
as someone who makes very many faux pas.
I'm terrified of it constantly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's which
Well,
is
it's
the,
working.
yeah.
you-
So the advice is keep living in fear.
Keep being
right?
stressed.
Well, have you
Yeah.
ever tried to intentionally do a faux pas and just be like
Yeah, like exposure
present,
therapy.
just like present in that moment, and being
Just-
like, this is what
just
it's like?
shit in the punch bowl?
This
just
is my
really,
fear.
Just go
Wait, that's
for it.
kind of you should text me faux pas.
and then
you should
see the fallout, or even with a stranger that you don't care about.
Whatever you think
Like
the,
bump into
the
someone and
thing
spill
I
their
need
drink.
to hear the least that day, whatever that is, just text that to me every day.
Yeah,
Just
you
see
should be
how it
mean to
feels.
Gabby. Say she smells bad or she's ugly.
Yeah, kind of like
or-
what Nick and I do.
I'm texting Gabby NIG. No.
Nighttime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice spelling.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Could have never thought of something like that.
This brain.
Darkest thought, yeah. But that is very good. Just logically taking it, that is something that my therapist has told me and that I have done.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still in the habit of like this very like toxic self-talk.
And yeah, one of the things that's so hard also about like solving personal problems is there's never a point where you're done, you know? Like it's never solved. You can just have more tools. You can just like be happier afterwards. It can just be less. It's rare it's just done, you know?
Yeah.
With a personal problem. Like
It's
trauma.
very helpful. It's very good.
I feel like I have a big problem. This is actually like interesting because it's like a meta problem because I'm talking to you guys about it right now. But I have like,
Are you mad at us?
yeah, I'm really mad at you guys.
I get it.
Yeah, you're both too beautiful, and it's upsetting me.
People say that.
Yeah, a lot of people say. I've been talking.
How do
to
you help
everyone about
people? How do you help people off the ledge? They're like, I'm never going to be as hot as them. What do you
I
say?
say close your eyes, babe.
You should be
This
like
isn't going
Marilyn
anywhere.
Manson and have no eyes.
I say,
Like, then he had no eyes.
leave the room. Leave the room.
I've been having trouble like opening up to people about things I'm experiencing because whenever I actually do, I immediately cry.
Huh.
Oh, it's probably because you've been using humor as a coping mechanism for your whole life.
No, no, that doesn't sound like me.
I think it's nice to cry.
You're not right now. You said that you're doing it right now, but you're not crying.
Also, crying, it's like pissing. Like, okay.
Yeah, that's crying is like pissing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll start
Pissing out
crying
your
and
eyes.
people will treat it with like the utmost severity. I'm like, no, I'm just
You can also
peeing right
preface
now.
it. Like,
Yeah.
if I know I'm going to cry, I'll be like, I'm going to cry, but like, it's like pissing. Like, don't worry about it.
It's
Yeah.
interesting because like after the breakup, I was like so open with everyone and talking to everyone. And then I had an experience where I kind of like opened up to someone who was then a huge bitch about it after.
Oh, they were like, don't dump things on me?
Yeah,
Or what?
it was like we had a very intense series of days together where it was almost kind of a romantic thing, but like
Mm.
nothing happened sexually. It was just like very intense romantic thing. And then I like hung out at her house and stuff. We went to get drinks and I got too drunk and started like getting upset about my ex. And then we kind of like she shut down really quick. And then, I tried to text her and make it normal afterwards. And then I was kind of like, she was ghosting me. I was like, I kind of wish she wouldn't ghost. We had a really intense series of days. And then she texted me at like 7 a.m. one day. I'm sure she hadn't slept. It was like, you made me very uncomfortable. And I didn't know how to handle the situation. And, I'm not okay with being around you anymore. And it was just like all of my worst.
She felt like you would like come on to her? Or like, what was she
No,
upset about?
I think she was upset because I don't know. It was interesting because we like had a
Forgive me. I'm going to get some water. Do you want any more?
Oh, I'm okay. Thank you, sir.
we had a very like beautiful day together. Like one of the days we hung out, and then we would have like long phone calls and we would hang out. But the big thing that was like propelling this relationship forward was we had like this one beautiful Saturday together in the park. And then like kind of the day that we went to get drinks and I was drunk and sad, she was like, well, I'm sad too. And I think you just caught me on a good day, the day we hung out. But like, I'm not usually, I can't be happy all the time. She just spiraled, I think.
Right.
She spiraled, I think, because maybe I was spiraling.
Mm.
But it just hit all my fears about like being a burden to people.
Well, Gabby, it sounds like this is hard for you. And it sounds like you're learning about this stuff. Do you know what I mean? And this was like this is a misstep maybe, but it's just a thing along the way. I hope you have a lot of like
I think I
forgiveness
just
for yourself.
trusted the wrong person.
But that
That's
isn't
okay.
that doesn't seem like a problem that you have. It seems like an unfortunate pairing of people that neither could give the other one what they wanted. This doesn't
Yeah.
sound like a chronic issue that you have or some sort of blemish on your personality. I think you're being perfectly vulnerable, being open and honest with us now, and you're perfectly fine with it. And I think it's
Yeah.
being well received.
And you shouldn't stop doing that.
No,
You know
of
what I
course
mean? You
not.
learned a lesson. That's
I
all.
appreciate that. I
Yeah.
think what happened after that was like there was just this quick shift in my personality where I was like, I had that. I'm opening up again now, but I had a moment of just like, if I have a problem, I need to just solve it.
When did this
myself.
happen?
This was like end of June.
Mm.
So
Pretty recent.
my whole July was just me being like, I'm shut off,
Mm.
Yeah. And then, I started hooking up with a couple other people and hoeing out, and that was very nice.
Is she single?
Nick would love that kind of girl. It's mean.
You also like girls with BPD?
Yes.
Yeah, as long as she has like an MFA and something dumb, probably.
What do you
Over
say?
there.
A non-profitable hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that clip about you liking girls who forage mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He loves that.
She
sort of
lived. That's the girl. She lives right over there.
Oh wow. Yeah, I foraged around here as well.
You probably ran into her. I
Yeah,
maybe.
can't imagine there's a huge.
guys like lock eyes across the mushroom field.
Yeah, and not for mushrooms, but for
Where are
like
people
plants. and stuff.
foraging mushrooms? Is she Princess Peach? Like, what's happening?
Oh, that was the
I don't
sound of
get it.
yes.
Nick just came so
No, she's
hard.
actually not. No, she was goth.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
okay.
goth.
You like him goth.
Yes, but we can talk about your thing more.
I don't think you have a problem. I think you're sad that someone was mean to you.
Yeah, which sometimes I don't allow myself to be because I have to. I think I'm self-aware of the fact that I think often that if it's my fault, then it's like I had control over the situation, and to me that feels better than a situation where I don't have control. Because like someone could really suck, and that could be like a real bummer, but then I can't control that. But if it's my fault, I could be like, oh, I could fix something like that in the future or do something differently.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the problem is I have to stop choosing women like that.
Do you notice any difference in your relationships with men and women?
Yeah, I think I'm less. I like having sex with men, but I'm not that romantically interested in them. So I often just don't have that much demand for their approval within myself. But with women, I want them to like me so bad, and I also want them to like me in the girl way. I want them to like me in the romantic way, and I also want them to like me in the way that when you're a girl in 7th grade, you want the
Oh
popular
God, that sounds
girl to like you.
exhausting.
Mm.
Being gay is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I've heard women say, and it sounds like a I don't know how it sounds, but like I've heard women say that sometimes they feel like they're self-harming when they like are with men. If they're usually with women, like sometimes if they're in like a bad spot, they'll hook up with a guy who like mistreats them or whatever.
That's interesting. I don't tend to go for guys who mistreat because I just wouldn't be attracted
Yeah.
to the. I go for nice guys because I'm like I just want to have no strings attached sex. So what better way to do that than with someone who's just nice and won't make a fuss,
Yeah, right.
you know? But I think my self-harming comes from my relationships with women sometimes. And fortunately, like not the most recent ones. I think honestly, ever since the thing with that girl I was telling you guys about, I've specifically been like, I need to choose normalcy.
Well, I think you need to figure out what's attracting you to the same type of woman that's bad for you and then work on the root issue.
Yeah.
And then hopefully everything else will work itself out.
Yeah. And that is just like a lifelong disentangling of shit, you know?
And also it sounds
Have you
like
considered conversion camp?
That's a great
yeah,
idea.
you
Lucas.
got to stop sinning, Gabby. That's the issue.
Yeah.
I know.
But I was gonna say the fucking fuck it. I forgot it now. All right, here we go. So it sounds like also that relationship, it was kind of unclear the boundaries of it. Like it's kind of like, is this romantic? Is this not?
Yeah.
You gotta know why you're with people. You know,
Yes.
like with this girl, it sounds like you were kind of doing one thing and then you were trying to get kind of another thing, and it made it weird for her. You know.
That's interesting. That's true. The boundaries were not very clearly defined because initially
Yeah.
we were just friends. And then we had like a day together where I was like, are we more than friends?
Yeah.
And then she didn't want the relationship to immediately become sexual, but she was like, that's on the table for the future.
Yeah.
And then at the time I was living with my parents. So one of the nights we hung out, she was like, you can stay over. And on a normal night, I probably would have gone home. But because I didn't want to go back to my parents, I was like, okay, I'll stay over.
Right. And if you're in someone's apartment, it's pretty reasonable to expect you might have sex.
It's very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily I'm a saint and I just laid there in her bed because
Good
I'm
for
a
you.
good woman, you know?
You guys are very good at this.
Yeah.
I think you guys are really, really good.
You think so?
Well, congrats, Nick and Sarah. You ruined my life.
That's like
Yeah.
have we ever done that on our podcast? Not really.
No,
right?
that was really good. That was the best we've ever done.
That was good.
You guys have
Oh, that's
never
not
given
usual?
earnest advice.
Oh shit!
No,
This sample
normally
size
we're
is
like,
bad.
you're ugly. I don't know how to help you, man.
Well,
those were also good problems. Not only did you guys bring good problems, but you also were wanting to hear what we had to say.
That's a good point. Yeah, because we have on like Rowie. He was
Oh, yeah.
Or like Josh's problem was he wanted to stop eating dairy, and I was like, "We'll stop," and he was like, "Great," and then we just moved on. And
No, yeah, his problem was like I keep eating deep dish pizza, and I'm
I was like
lactose
shitting my
intolerant.
pants.
I love an issue that's just a vine.
Yeah.
It's like just a vine length of an issue.
Yeah, and it's like take lactate or stop. He was like, well, okay.
Does
Josh
he have
Nasser.
IBS?
No, he has lactose intolerance.
He has dumb bitch syndrome.
I mean, that's the main diagnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess in my life I do have some dumb problems like that. Like I really like smoking cigarettes, but I also like vaping. You know?
Yeah, that's how
Okay,
you
no,
buy.
let's just.
Okay. Moving on. Should we do our final segment?
Yes,
Ooh,
let's
what's
do
the
our final
segment?
segment.
You want to introduce it?
Yeah, sure. It's called Self-Perception Corner, where we ask our guests, in this case, to describe how they believe they are perceived by other people, and then we say how we actually perceive
Wow. Do you do this on every episode?
you. Yeah, we do.
Yes.
You want to go?
I'm gonna pass out. No. That let's do the.
Okay.
I'll do your thing because I think there's something that's interesting that I've
Mhm.
tried to talk about with you and other people. This is like
I won't be jealous.
You've
Jealous.
talked to other people besides Sarah?
I mean we have the guests on the podcast.
Okay.
And then I open his cage and I put him back up.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep him where he belongs.
So I have this thing where I think I'm treated as a person who is attractive, and I get that. I have no issue with that.
Sarah's
Not my
by
monkey.
me.
Yeah, not my monkey. That's fine.
Not my type.
Then when I look in the mirror, I'm like, this guy's like a monster. I don't get it. I don't feel
Finish the
bad.
word because it sounds like you might be saying
That's
dysmorphia.
body
Monster.
dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Monster.
Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
look
feel.
in the mirror like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look in the mirror, you're like,
Yeah.
Wait, how do you have a tall mirror as well?
Great
Lucas,
question,
look at
Lucas.
That is a good question.
That is.
Do you have
Where's
to
my mirror?
crouch just to see yourself and your reflection?
I mean, I'm 6'7". Like a mirror is not gonna be like under that, really. Like usually when you look into it, no,
Dude.
it's like I think it's a normal. It's above the sink.
yeah, but like,
Yeah.
do you have to bend down to see like your face?
No, if I'm doing a fit pick, I got to put the
He has
shoe
to
on
put
the
his
sink
shoe on the sink and then
so
he
they can see
takes
the.
the photo like this.
what you
See the
need to
kicks?
do is get a wall to wall mirror.
Really
Just
good
like
idea.
a wall
Like
of
at a ballet
mirrors.
studio.
Yes.
So I should
Go to Ripley Greer.
get that in
Yeah.
the apartment I rent.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Done.
And like install it in all the walls and then take it off completely should if and when you move.
I'm just like, hey, but yeah, you want to see my place? Yeah, sure. We go back and I've installed full wall length mirrors in the entire house.
And there's a ballet bar and like your shoe, your hide your
Yeah.
point shoes.
It's like, oh yeah, it's kind of hard for me to see in the bathroom. So I've
It's
installed.
also the kind of mirror that faces a mirror, so it looks like it goes on
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, it's like above like the kitchen sink. It's on the fridge. It's like every surface is mirror.
The floor is mirrors.
It's like yeah, because it's hard to see my shoes.
That's the game we all played as kids. The floor is mirrors.
So that's
Um,
how you think people perceive you, that you're a monster.
No,
No, that you're
It's
attractive. but you're a
just that there's a disconnect,
A
and
disconnect.
I'm not like insecure about it. I'm just kind of like not my monkey about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your personality?
Personality, I don't really know. I mean,
He said,
This
"I
is
don't
really
give a
painful.
shit."
It's pretty shy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think people think of me that much. I don't really like hang that much. And I think like shoulders up, kind of like this a lot.
Yeah.
I'll think about it more.
Okay.
I don't have a very good answer right now.
Okay. Would
Do you
like
tell
to-
Nick now? Or
I guess
do
let's
I
do
s-
Nick first, and then we'll
Okay.
go to Sarah.
Okay. Well, actually, I kind of want.
Do you guys
okay,
like write it down before?
No,
or,
we
okay.
don't. But
You
I
want me to
kinda-
go?
I kind of want you to go because I don't want you to have like an
Okay, that
idea
makes
of how
sense.
this is gonna go.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay,
did you have something to
I
add?
have another thing also about
Okay.
the hair being dyed.
Yeah.
There's kind of two major camps of reaction to it. One is kind of like the F slur.
Fun.
That is a fun looking guy. That guy.
I didn't know you were fun.
Do you want to
Hey,
have?
hey, you fun.
Yeah. And then did something happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of the other one. It's like, are you going through something?
It's like a girl getting
And
banged.
both are correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Which is what happened.
you. Yeah. And I'm like, well, funny you should ask. You're correct. Yeah.
I think people perceive me Jew.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Thank God we can
And
talk
now-
about it. Finally. Oh.
People usually think I'm younger
Shifty merchant.
than I am, right? Sort of a landlord, money lender type pound of flesh figure.
Money bags.
Yeah.
Right.
Money
right.
Fucking
everything.
Shylock.
Right. I think people think I'm younger than I am. I feel like you, I straddle different worlds, like with comedy and science. So I feel like people perceive me very differently in my like professional world versus my science world. But I think people generally find me kind of spunky, loud, know-it-all. I think people think I definitely identify as a goody two-shoes, but I think in many ways I've been pushing back against that as I get older and sort of like learn that I can do what I want, necessarily not what I think I should want. I think people think I'm a hard worker, but sort of talk too much about my accomplishments, which I think annoys people. And I think people think I am friendly.
Oh, no, it's true.
Well,
What do you think about that?
you guys
That's pretty good.
suck at self-perception.
I noticed something recently where people will like when I see them, they start like kind of like ribbing me. And
you
that's,
mean, like
that's
negging
used to
you?
not.
Are you just talking about what I do to you at the cupboard?
That's one example.
Like negging you?
Not negging me, but like I'm trying to think of a good example. Like I don't know, just that's the way that I interact with people, kind of, which is true, but just
It's
Kind
just
of like a king of the.
irresistible.
You're kind of like a king of the freaks. Do you know what I mean? They're kind
Yes.
of drawn to you.
yeah. I mean, also yeah,
You're the Goblin King.
Yeah, I've talked to some of your friends about this.
Yeah.
And they're like all the guys like these kind of misfit guys. They all I think.
I also think a lot of people who are friends with everybody. That's a lot of my friends
Yeah.
because I'm shy. So just like the people who talk to me,
Right.
Mhm.
and then also the ghouls also
Yeah.
are my guys.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
love that you love the ghouls. I
Nice.
think it's irresistible for me to like make fun of you when I see you at the cupboard. I think because the cupboard puts me in a silly mood.
Mhm.
I also do it to Ian Levy when I'm there. I was smoking a joint with like a really big like ash thing on it, and I sent him a picture and said, "This joint looks like you."
That's really
That's
funny.
really good.
Big hair.
That's really funny.
But
That's a
for
big
you, Nick, I mean, funny, attractive,
Thanks.
nice,
Not for me, but appreciate it.
intelligent, and definitely always a little worried about something,
Mhm.
but nothing that you would reveal.
Very
Mm.
mysterious man.
Not necessarily mysterious. Like I'm sure whatever you're worried about is not that interesting. Like in the sense of like
Thank you.
it is interesting, but it's not
You
like
really got negging down.
No, I'm not negging. It's something that it's like
Worried about some bullshit. Do you know what I mean?
well, it's just like the thing you'd be anxious about would be something like, I wonder if people think I'm ugly. And it's like, everyone thinks you're so handsome.
I don't.
you know,
but
it's like-
that's the thing. I don't think people think I'm
Not
ugly.
everyone.
You were just talking about your own body dysmorphia.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It's-
no, not even dysmorphia. I'm just kind of like, okay, that's how I feel.
I think maybe do you like feel insecure about being a tall guy?
Not really.
Interesting.
I don't like.
You think so?
You think so?
You fucking hate it, Nick. When I'm with Nick
I
and
do.
someone
I
comes
hate
up to
being
him
tall.
and they say, "Hey man, how tall are you?" I walk away. I can't be there while Nick has that conversation.
I'm not
He's so
insecure about it
mad.
though, but I'm just like,
Right. No, I would not say insecure. I would say you wish you either weren't or no one could tell or no one ever spoke to you.
I resent it.
Yeah, he resents
I
it.
openly resent when people come to me like, "How tall are you?" One time at Starbucks, I was ordering. I ordered whatever, an espresso. And the cashier was like, "How tall are you?" And I was like, "I'm just gonna do the coffee." That's cool. And he was
That's
like,
really
he was
funny.
like, "No, like 6'9", like 6'7". I was like, "Yeah, I'll do like espresso double, thank you."
That's hilarious because that's how I've seen you do crowd work.
Yeah.
That's how you've been like, hey, where are you from? And they're like, upstate. And you're like, so my parents are going through a lot. Just like
Yeah.
you just totally diverted.
Yeah.
Total, yeah.
Yeah. That's my perception of you. Nice, funny, smart, interesting.
Very
Yeah.
nice. You.
And then you, cunt. No.
Thank
very, also very nice, also very smart. You guys are of a similar like ilk of like fun, smart, normal people. But with
Mm.
you, also, I see you as. I was telling someone the other day, I was like, Sarah seems very like business savvy. I can't remember who I was telling, but she was like, you can say Jewish. And I was like, that's not what I meant. I
I
literally
am
meant,
business savvy.
I meant business savvy. Like, I feel like you are.
Like I'm good at emails.
Yes, which is not every comic is, but I
Yeah.
feel
Good
like
at what? Sorry,
Emails.
emails. Oh,
you're one of those rare comics who can like do both and like
Thank
live
you.
in both of those.
A fear of
worlds.
mine is I will be seen more as a producer or like someone would want me to manage them.
pigeonholed.
Yes, whereas I produce so that I can have more stage
No,
time because
more
I want to
stage
be
time.
a comic. And
I don't think you should worry about that because I think
Okay.
everyone also perceives you as a very good comic.
oh, thank you.
I think one of the things I remembered most is your Club Penguin bit
Thank you.
because it's one of my.
I wrote that.
Yeah,
Whoa,
you didn't play. You
Crazy,
don't. You don't
bro. Wrote every word of
plagiarize your
that.
material.
Wrote every word of that.
Damn.
you stole Sarah Adelman's material.
I know.
yeah. What
Yeah.
does she think of that? You stealing her shit?
It's awful.
Okay,
I-
I think no, very Billy because I need
Please.
to comment on you guys. I think that I don't know. I feel like you may know them better than I do. So what I can say from what somewhat less experience that I've had with you guys is Nick, like we've hung out, we've gotten ramen. You've also thrown me up at the cupboard, which is just I see you as someone who wants to give a favor and then doesn't want to talk about it ever again.
Totally.
Definitely.
That is
Totally.
you. You're someone who is very kind, but you don't want to be recognized for it. You don't
Thanks.
want to receive affection or a thank you. It's like it's not an
Totally.
attention you're
You
comfortable
like see it
with.
as like manipulative.
I do.
Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, I see you as a kind person who has a lot going on. Yeah.
Thanks.
A cuck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Sarah, I see you. I didn't realize how weird you were.
People tell me that all the time.
She's a fucking freak bitch.
I'm kind
Yeah.
of a freak bitch.
Yeah.
People don't know that about me.
You're fucking bouncing off the walls. You're
Thank you.
You're a crackadoodle-doo.
Thank you.
You're very fun.
Thank
You're
you,
very,
Lucas.
very fun.
What did you think of me? What changed your mind, and why did you think I was?
Nothing changed my mind. It wasn't that I had an idea of you before. I had like
Mm.
seen you around. I had like seen, and I was like, oh yeah, she's really fun. But I didn't really get like a strong like sense of like what your soul smelled like. You know?
And it smells like freak bitch.
Yeah.
Pennies.
Does that make sense?
Louis is going around smelling.
I don't know
souls.
if it makes sense, but thank you.
Yeah. But it's a wonderful soul.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. I think I come off more conventional than I am.
Yes, you do come across very conventional, but I love this side of you.
Thank
I
you.
really, really like
I hope
this
you know
side
I'm
of
being
you.
fully myself.
But it doesn't make you seem chaotic. It doesn't make you seem like
Mm.
like you would be hard to be friends with. It means like there's a lot of extras that come with knowing you.
That is such a nice.
Like
Did you
this,
hear that?
like this is the podcast,
Did you
right?
hear
Like this
that?
is
Yeah.
so great.
That is
Yeah,
really
it's really
nice.
nice.
It's
Yeah.
really nice.
She said it
I
was really nice. But
feel that about myself as well.
That's wonderful.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like this is like a funeral. Like I'm at my own funeral.
No, in the best way.
In the best
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
This is the
Word.
thing we do with all our guests. We kill them after.
Yes.
Awesome.
This
Oh, I
is the
thought we were
best
all gonna
podcast
fuck.
ever.
Yeah, well,
I thought we were all gonna centipede.
That's what happens. In a ring. With four people, with you especially, we
Yeah.
can do a ring.
4 nosy human centipedes.
And it has been a pleasure to collab with the other platonic boy-girl pod.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we were going to talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Being
one
People
of
ever
the-
think you're dating?
Boys and girls being friends.
Yeah.
People don't think we're dating, although one time Lucas did a bit about when he hooked up with a bisexual woman who mostly sleeps with women, and some comic was like, please don't say it's Gabby.
And I was like, no.
And I had to then clarify, that's the only woman Lucas hooks up with. So there's many of them out there. Do people think you guys
Yeah.
are dating?
Constantly. And also,
Yeah.
they assume the dynamic of Sarah is rejecting me.
Tell them about the magician. Tell them about that. Is that contributing to your body dysmorphia?
So what you're saying is it's actually the other way.
Tell them about
Sarah's
that.
constantly come, and you're like, please get off.
See, also when we met, we were both working in hospitals, both in long-term relationships, and stand-up has ruined that for both of us.
Stand up ruined my job and Nick's relationship.
But anyway,
I was
So
actually
beautiful.
thinking very recently
double
about how
play.
your breakup and my job situation are very similar.
they are, and yeah,
And in many ways, a
Blood in the
blessing
game.
in disguise.
Both
Yes.
involved a lot of cum.
Wow.
not mine. But
Dude, we need
But you
to
know, and Nick
appreciate
and I,
that
you
for a
know,
moment.
Nick and I met during my semen study. That's how we met.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you participating?
I was
No,
We'd
he was
never
a taster.
Seen or spoken.
Did you?
Please let
did
me
you
get
taste the
some.
Flights,
Yeah.
flights of cum?
We were
what was the
upstate.
thing? Upstate. Okay, so Sarah opening for one of her heroes. I was headlining. I
What
let
Nick's
her
trying to
open.
say is I opened for him.
upstate.
I love that.
Yeah, it was an honor for her. There was a magician opening in honor, like I said. And
We gotta go after this.
okay.
Yeah, we do.
What
need
time
to
is
get
it?
going.
Oh,
It
sorry.
says
It says
7:12.
Oh,
it
shit.
doesn't matter. There was a magician. He thought that thing was happening with us. Thanks.
No, but it was funnier.
You can tell.
He was just like, "Oh, I was teaching your boyfriend a magic trick," and I was like, "Oh, he's not my boyfriend." He was like, "Look, give him a fucking chance. Like, give him a chance."
He's like, come on, he's a nice guy.
And it was like, "No," and he was like, "Come on."
That's really
It was
cute.
embarrassing
Nice.
for both of us.
I love that.
I love
Thank
that.
You, yeah, thank you so much for having
Thank you
us.
so
This
much.
is
Oh my
so
Thank you
fun.
guys for coming on.
Yes.
Plug the podcast again, and also any other dates or socials or
All right,
anything you
just
guys.
please follow Nick and
Yeah.
Sarah Ruin Your Life. It's Nick and Sarah Ruin Your Life on Instagram, and you can listen to us on Spotify. And we'll release this as well on our
Yeah.
pod. So
Yeah.
plug your pod.
Yeah.
But also, I just want to say, follow me on Instagram. And if any of you fucks are in
Here we go.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire,
Yep.
December 2nd, I'm there. I'm headlining Blend Comedy. And if any of you are in Charleston, I'm there the next week.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, follow Sarah
Beautiful.
Adelman1 on Instagram.
Yes. Follow me at Lucas T. Arnold on Instagram. That's on all my socials as well. I post about shows on my website, and follow Two Nosy Meerkats as well.
Don't follow me.
Don't follow
I
Hip
don't
Soccer
wanna
Mom
see
on
you.
Instagram.
I don't want to know you. What do I have to plug? I'm still going on a cruise in 2 weeks.
Nice.
So we're gonna and I am still seeing the musical Cats on the cruise. So you will be hearing about that in the next couple weeks.
And listen, my TikTok is my business. Do not look at that.
Don't look
thing.
at it. If you know what's good for you,
now
don't
I wanna
look at it.
Your TikTok.
Oh, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna repost everything you have.
No.
That would be good for you, Nick.
It's terrible.
It's bad.
I'm terrible at TikTok.
He's like,
Double chins.
Nice. Hell
One
yeah.
chin. Beautiful chin.
Beautiful. We have been Two Nosy Meerkats, and you have been.
Nick and
Nick and
Sarah
Sarah
Ruin
Ruin
Your
Your
Life.
Life.
See you later.